WTRE. It is 10:12 here this morning, and listen, we got the girls from the library, and they always bring the fun.
Yeah, we did bring the fun. We brought 2 sheets of fun.
You have to talk into your microphone, Lori, for it to work
my
right.
big mouth that you can actually not hear me. That's amazing.
Well, I mean, I can hear you a little.
A little, okay.
But that's better. Thank you.
We don't need them to lean into the radio too closely.
Yeah, because Lacey and I both have pretty good voices, so
you need them for the activities you do.
We do. Yes. And to yell at each other across the back of the library, because sometimes she sits in one cube and I'm maybe 10 feet away, and sometimes we have to text each other.
Listen, I have to tell you, because my mom very much loves the library, and it's not that I don't. I love the activities you do. I'm not a good reader. It's just me. I got to move like at the speed of light.
I understand.
But Steve Brown does some things for me at the community healthcare clinic. Love him. But I am truly amazed. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. The amount of people it takes for that library to run. Right. Because when I first started going into the area where Steve sits, I'm like, look at all of these people. Like, in my head, it was you two and a couple others, and like, oh my goodness.
I think what's really interesting about that is we actually need more people.
Yes.
But we also need more space. And we also, I went to the, I know the health department was here earlier this morning talking about measles, and I went to their program last night about the social determinants of health, which was fascinating, by the way. But they talked a lot about like what people in a community need for the social determinants of health, and what we do at the library fits almost every single one of those. And so the whole time all I could think was, if we had another room, we could do this.
Yeah.
If we had a couple more people, we could do that. If we had a little more funding, we could do this.
It's a little bit of growth.
There's so many things that the library can offer to a community. And I actually read Mayor Marsh's article today about why we're not getting an Olive Garden.
Yes.
Which was actually very well written and really explained it well. And all I could think the whole time I was reading was, but people are looking for their lot. Like when you move into a community, you want to know about the schools, you want to know about the library, you want to know about what's available, especially when you have kids. And so, I think it's the best kept secret in a community, the library.
I absolutely do.
You never know until you go.
Yes. But, and I mean, I truly mean that. I'm like, oh my goodness, it takes all of these, and it does. It takes all of you to make the library go round.
And sometimes it takes like 4 or 5 of us just to be able to do one thing.
We understand. We
Sometimes
totally
it
get
takes those brains.
Yes.
We need all the brains getting together at the same time.
Isn't it funny? Like, I'm sure you guys have these moments, like we're like really thinking about like an event or something, and it's like you're trying to put it all together, and like it takes all of your brains to like finally make it then it goes click, 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 like it all. Yeah,
you get that moment where everybody's like firing on the same
yes,
cylinder.
We got it. It came.
And I think that happens, like when we talked with you and your mom,
yes.
About the Elvis program.
Elvis is coming.
And that whole idea of everybody kind of, when you're excited and passionate, then your brain starts like jumping all over, and you start throwing out ideas, and then all these really wonderful things happen.
Yes.
And really, honestly, that's kind of what happened with one of the things that we're doing for the summer reading program is our tiny art show. And that was one of those situations where I had seen it I saw something similar at another library at a conference, and then I saw something on Facebook at Programming Librarians Facebook page, and I kind of dumped it out there, and so now we've been talking about it, and we've had all these fun ideas about how to make this happen. So, we're doing this tiny art show, and the way that works is people are going to, next week, starting on Tuesday, they pick up a little kit. It comes with a 6 by 6 inch square canvas. It comes with a set of paints and a couple of paintbrushes, and then they take that home and they create a tiny art piece at home with the supplies that they have, and then they can add other things.
Okay.
Glitter and, maybe feathers or
noodles.
I know the noodles, we laugh because, pasta makes great.
Pasta is like the best kept media out there.
As long as it fits on your 6 by 6 canvas and it remains tiny, and you use the paints that we give you, you can add other things. And so
I love this. I'm so excited for it.
It is such a fun idea, and I think it's going to be I hope that what happens is we get all of our kits together and enough people come that we're like, we got to get more kits.
Yes.
That's what we really hope. But then when they get turned in, then we bought little easels, and we're going to do a whole art show of these tiny little art. creations.
Yeah.
And then we're hosting an open house for the tiny art, so people can come in and look at it, and we'll award our prizes. So we're doing prizes for all ages, and it's by age category. So your 4-year-old's not going. Well, the 42-year-old's not going up against the 4-year-old, because we all know the 4-year-old's going to do a better job, right?
That's right.
I mean, they're just artists by nature. But yeah, I think it's going to be so much fun. So to add to that, we're doing tiny treats and tiny drinks, and we're going to give out tiny prizes, we have tiny ribbons, and then all of the kids, because I feel like it's really important for kids to feel like they've really done something. Every child will get a participation certificate, that says thanks and good job or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited about it. I hope that lots of people come in and pick
when
up their
can
art
they
kits.
start picking those up?
So they pick those up next Tuesday. That's summer reading kickoff for us. So next Tuesday they can start picking those up. And it says while supplies last. But we've already, if I think we have 100 now.
Yes.
And if we have more people than that, it may take us a day or two, but we will order more.
Okay.
Because I feel like I want everybody to look. If we filled every flat surface of the library with tiny art easels,
how fun!
It would be the most fun and joyful library we've
fabulous.
ever had.
And it already is starting to be the fun and joyful library anyway. We put up some the summer reading theme this year is Color Our World.
Love it.
So easy.
I'm repping our shirt.
So easy to color your world. We've put up some really awesome paper plate flowers to around the entryway, and
there's a cool photo backdrop if people want to take their pictures. The children's room is adorable. They've made giant art palettes and brushes, and it's just so cute. You need to come see it.
So fun.
It's a fun theme.
It is a fun theme, and just the concept of a little color can change your world.
Yes.
I'm a glitter person. I think, and I tell people, I'm just throw a little glitter on it.
Yeah.
Just even in your daily life, it may not be true glitter, but just a little happiness.
Throw a little glitter in there.
Throw it.
That's
Some of my friends are
about your
enough.
gray hair, right? Is the throw a
That's
little
right.
glitter
It's a
in
little
it.
glitter. That's exactly right. So summer reading, does it kick off next Tuesday as well?
Yes.
It does, yes. And we have, honestly, we have a lot of, let's try to pick out some of the main things that we definitely want people to know.
Let me ask this before I forget. Do you have to be a Decatur County resident to participate in any of these things?
I am so glad you asked that question. And my answer is we don't card at the door. That's what I always tell people. No, you have to have a library card to check materials out, but you can join us for any of our activities. A lot of our the activities that we do require a registration, so we have to sign up, so we know how many people, because we have limited space and limited snacks and all the things. But no, we encourage people from everywhere to come in and join us doing all the things that we're doing, and that goes not just the summer reading program, but all year long.
Anything.
Right.
Yeah, sure does. So why don't we, Lacey, why don't you talk a little bit about the children's and the family programs first?
So I have 3 really great programs. There's so many more, but I'm just going to pick these 3 because they're hot and amazing. But on Monday, June 2nd, there's going to be an off-site program at the elementary school, entrance 12, if you guys know where that is. They're going to have magician C.R. Ryan and Sons as Indiana's only father-son magic duo.
Ooh.
And they're going to perform mesmerizing tricks for the whole family. If you haven't seen them before, you need to definitely come. And if you've already come and seen them before, you need to come again because it's always amazing. I don't know have you ever come and seen C.R. Ryan?
I feel like I've seen them once.
They're
They're
fun.
very fun, and it's so
feel
cute.
like
It's
the way
very cute.
He puts his, they get his. I mean, it's real magic.
It's magic.
It's real.
Yeah.
It's real magic.
It's real, very, very real.
Yeah,
magic.
it's a real magic. But it's also he incorporates his son. I think he has 2 sons now.
I think so.
That he brings in.
It's multiple, so yeah. And again, that was Monday, June 2nd at 1, and that's at the elementary school gym here in Greensburg. And then also on Wednesday, June 18th at 6 p.m., we're having another off-site program. It's at Rebecca Park, but we're having Silly Safaris, our live animal show.
You cannot go wrong with Silly Safari.
No, you cannot.
And you can't hold a summer reading program
without
Silly
it. No.
Safaris.
You have to
It's
have
gotta
those
happen.
Silly Safaris.
I tell you, my nephew, and he's 9, and he's still that is the very first time he hears it, he's like, we can't miss that.
No,
We can't miss
absolutely.
that. Silly
No.
Safari's coming.
Yeah.
It's just so fun.
What's
They do
really
such a
sad
good job.
is when your kids grow up, they don't want to do that anymore, and then you can't. I mean, you feel like you're not supposed to go because you're a grown up, but
You can. Please come. Grown-ups, please come.
Grown-ups can
it's
come
for everybody.
And look at the animals too.
They can watch the magic. They can watch the animals.
Absolutely.
They can do it all.
That's right.
And then on Monday, June 30th at 5:30, it's going to be at the library. Karen Land and Noggin, her sled dog, are going to be at the library. And hopefully, if weather is good, it's going to be out on the patio.
Oh, nice.
But they do ask that you bring a chair for the Rebecca Park Silly Safaris or a blanket, and then the one on the patio. But she has a sled dog, for like the Alaskan tundra sled dog. So she's going to talk about what it's like to be, with her dogs, just going through that, and ask all kinds. You can ask her all kinds of questions. There's some questions they put on here. What does it feel like to ride as a runner behind a team of dogs, steering a loaded sled through the mountainous terrain, crossing the vast Alaskan tundra, hugging the shoreline of the Great Bering Sea? Wouldn't that be cold and scary? No,
cold and scary.
And frozen.
But you do have a cute puppy, so
what
a cute team of
you
puppies.
probably don't remember this because I'm not sure that you were here, but Karen has been to the library before. I did I did a sort of a family program with her, and she's really fascinating. She'll tell you the story about how she ran the race, and she tells you about the dogs, and of course you get to see the dog, and so it's actually a really cool program. It's not something I think people in Greensburg, Indiana, think about. I don't think about racing in the Alaskan tundra, but it's it's one of those things that
And what I think is so cool is a limited amount of people get to actually do that experience.
Right.
So to be able to bring this experience and you can live through her for her during her presentation, how cool for any kid that just has that dream or has seen it on a movie or
has read a book about the Alaskan sled dogs, or has read like Bolto is the one that carried the medication into the village, and so I think that's she's a big draw in a lot of places, so hopefully she'll have a big draw here too. Yeah. And then what else do we have? Oh, we have teen programs. Sherry has been working hard. So she is. Let's see. That's most of Sherry. Those are a couple of things that are already passed. So Sherry's doing a Schools Out Bash on Friday, the 30th at 1:00, and she's showing a musical. Actually, the second musical about a high school.
It's like a musical about a high school.
It's sort of about a high school musical.
Yeah,
about the people that like to sing and go to high school.
It's the second one.
The second one that they did.
Yeah, and they're having pizza. And for people who don't know, we're technically not supposed to say the name of the movie on the air, so I have to.
Go around it.
Hedge it a little bit, or I need to say, look at our website and you can see what the movie is.
And pizza, though.
Oh, yeah. And
a movie about a high school doing a musical and
pizza.
And life is good.
And bring your own drinks. So, she'll have probably water.
And that's the first day after school is out.
I know. Well, hence the Schools Out Bash title.
But, first day.
Yeah, right there. Yeah. You got something to do immediately.
Can't be bored. No.
And then there's a coloring contest. She's doing a coloring contest, a Color Our World coloring contest, and she you can stop in the teen studio, pick up an entry form and a coloring sheet, and then do whatever you want with it, and then you'll return it, and she'll have some little prizes available. She's doing at the Westport branch. Let's see.
Father's
Day. Is this one? Oh yeah, this is a teen program. Okay, so at Westport branch, she's doing Father's Day fun on Wednesday, June the 4th at 3:00. They're going to create a photo keepsake for Dad.
So fun!
Registration
it's really
is required.
I saw a sample of it. It's very cute.
Sherry makes she chooses really cute things, and it's really. I want to just point out that we are starting to build our programming at Westport, which is really awesome. They have story time now, and we're doing like game night and bingo, and
we have bingo tomorrow.
Some things, and so so if you're a bingo person in the Westport area.
See me tomorrow at 11.
11 o'clock. And Lacey has prizes. Cute prizes.
Of course I have prizes.
Why wouldn't Lacey have prizes, right?
I mean, it's a prize to hang out with me for an hour, but I understand it's nice to take something home.
To remember you by.
Yes.
I mean, of course, if you're going to hang out.
A souvenir from our time together.
I think how cool it is.
It's not a picture of her, I promise.
An autograph picture,
An autographed picture.
But how cool is it to be able to bring those things to Westport's a good drive.
Yeah.
But to be able to bring those things to the Westport branch and into that community.
And we don't want them to feel forgotten either. They're still part of Decatur County.
Yeah, and we've been working kind of on getting this going, for a few years now. And the other thing that I think is important, we have 2 new librarians down there, and so they've kind of opened the space up. But it's the collaboration with the Westport Town, I don't know, are they a council? Is that what they call themselves? The people who sort of govern
town council,
govern that in the community building. I mean, we've partnered with them to be able to open up the building and do some of those things. And so that without that, we wouldn't have that opportunity.
Right.
And so if you see, if you're a Westport person and you see your town council person, say thank you. The bathroom is open now, so people can actually go to the bathroom when they're at the Westport Library.
It's great.
And
it's very important.
I know that seems like a really small thing, but if you're at the library, and like you said, people drive.
Yeah.
'Cause you live in the country or whatever, or you have kids. Sometimes a potty place is a good thing.
You can't predict when you're going to need it.
No, exactly.
When it hits, it hits.
Well,
It's
I
very
know
important.
I've been there a few times when people are like, "Well, I'd like to look for some more books, but I need to go to the bathroom."
Yep.
So I'm just happy that the town and the community are starting to recognize that the library has those things to offer, and so we can do that now. And so it's been a lot of fun to get that going. And Lacey does a lot of that out there with Kentrina and Marcy. Mm-hmm. And they're doing one of their story times is an outside. They're doing like a woods,
it's a nature story time.
Nature story time. And Marcy does that.
fun.
She takes the kids outside and they get to collect nature and talk about nature. And her books all revolve around nature. And so it's been kind of a nice way to get kids in and out of the library. So
now, will summer reading take place in Westport as well, or is that just based out of Greensburg?
No, summer reading is for everyone in the county. The bookmobile will also have all of the summer reading information,
Perfect.
prizes, everything. So anybody who lives in Decatur County, let me rephrase that. If you don't live in Decatur County but you want to come to our library, you can also participate.
Yes.
We do our summer reading through Read Squared, so you can sign up online. And all of that information will be on Facebook. It'll be on our website. It'll be on, what did I say?
All socials, our website. It's within the library.
It'll be at our newsletter. All those, everywhere that we put out information, you'll see that information and that link to get to Read Squared. We've been doing that for, 4 or 5 years now.
At least, yeah.
Maybe, I don't know, COVID time always gets me confused with
We lost some
how
years.
long it's actually been, but it's been working out really well, and that way people can log their own time and can come in, and that way it gives people also, if you're using Libby or Hoopla, instead of reading actual physical books, you can do that from home and then stop in to pick up your prizes. And then also on Monday, June the 9th, they're having Do Art Productions coming over for the teens. And they're doing a bead art workshop, and they are creating characters, animals, and jewelry of all kinds and colors with all styles of beads. Everyone will go home with their own creations and fashion from little axolotls and crewmates, as well as bracelets and necklaces. A registration is required, but there's no charge.
I just want to be a teen.
I know. I want to make
I want to
something
go back
with a
in
little
time and be a
axolotl.
teen and do these programs.
So one of my little friends, I didn't know what an axolotl was, and they were telling me
They're very
about an
popular now.
axolotl.
You gotta look
And I'm
up
like,
the
you're going to have to
axolotl
show me an
song.
axolotl. So I learned.
cute.
We learned all about them together.
Now, how old is your little?
She's now 13 now.
So are you a TikTok person at all?
No, well, no, I mean, I can.
You might be able to look it up on YouTube as well, but you need to look up the axolotl song.
Oh, I will do that.
There's an axolotl at the front. Yeah, it's
Love it. Well, and they're very
It'll be
interesting
stuck.
looking. The axolotls are an
cool.
interesting little thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
they kind of look smiley. Like,
They do.
They look happy.
They
They're
look
happy little
happy.
guys.
Be
They
honest
just
with you.
float around.
The first time when people started talking about them at the very, very beginning, I didn't think they were real. I thought they were like
Like a
some
cartoon?
cartoony
Yeah.
Like
thing.
a
'Cause-
Pokemon.
yeah,
Yeah.
like something like that. But no, they're real and they're very cool.
And Google an axolotl if you haven't.
Yeah.
We
so
might
fun.
have to. Maybe we'll do an axolotl program for
I
adults.
feel like there is a summer reading prize that has something to do with an axolotl for the children or teens.
Very
I think I
cool.
saw that over there. It might be a plushie.
I
of
did
some
notice
sort.
there are baby dolls and popcorn maker, all kinds of stuff. Lacey and I did something a little bit different than we've been doing. We were very fortunate. Our adult program prizes, our adult summer reading prizes this year, we partnered with numerous businesses in the community, and we got $50 gift cards, and that business contributed $25 of that card.
Oh, very nice.
And then we paid $25, so we have $50 gift cards. I am hesitant to mention any because I don't know them all.
That's okay. We can do it as we get through.
But we
summer.
will do it. Yeah, we'll do it again next month. We'll talk about those exact. I will give a little shout out to Cobia Solar because they did give us $1,000 for the adult reading program, which is really nice because of course, but funding is always an issue, and there is no budget for summer reading. It's not. It's kind of required that we do something, but it's not required that they give us any money.
We budget for
so,
it.
So we have to budget ourselves, and it depends on, where that money's coming from. So between that and the fact that people were so generous to do that with the gift cards, and we have some really good ones.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I will tease people a little bit, and you'll get to see
And
those
everything
as they
is,
come up.
everyone is a local business.
Oh, yes, I didn't say
love that.
Yes,
It's
we
not-
kept it all local. We didn't do anything that's a big chain. It's all something that is doable right here in Greensburg and supporting Greensburg people.
Very nice.
And because they support us
That's
as a
right.
community, and that's how that works. So, and then some of the adult programs, I'll let Lacey talk a little bit about those.
So let's see. Coming up next that I would like to talk about is our Otaku Club. That's going to be Saturday, May 24th at 11 a.m. It's a really fun club if you like Japanese culture, anime, any of that kind of stuff. It's for adults, though. So, we do a lot of these programming, but this is for adults. So it's kind of like our anime club, but getting our older audience there. And then, of course, bingo and donuts. That's one of my biggest what did I say I had last time?
36, I think.
30.
Oh, my.
And that was amazing. The room was full. I ran out of donuts, and I had to pull out more chairs.
I love that.
That's what I want.
There's nothing wrong about
That's
any of
what
that.
I want. They have fun. But then the next one is Wednesday, June 11th at 10 a.m., and that's at the Greensburg branch. And then we do have our first summer reading craft program, I believe. Oh, I don't have the date. Thursday. They're all Thursdays in June, but we're going to do a really cool one that Lori picked out. That's probably June.
I'll look. Go ahead. Keep talking.
But she found this craft where, like hand fans, like this. So she found some blank hand fans, and we're going to paint them.
Oh, how fun.
So we're going to color our wind.
I love that.
And
here's the best part. Lori will be like, "You're doing a great job, whether you really are or not." She is a great.
No, but you're all doing a
great job.
I've been there. I've been in that seat, Lacey. I've been there. She's like, "It looks great."
But it does.
No.
But we love individuality so much.
And
So
I love it when we give. This is my favorite thing about adult programming. Hands down. We give everybody the same supplies, and every single project is different.
It is. I will tell you, that amazed me. That last class we were at, we painted something. And my mom's always like, "This looks like fun. Let's go do it." I'm like, "Okay."
Yeah. It's supposed to be fun.
free.
Yeah,
It's free and
it's
fun.
free and it's fun. It is. It's yes, you have to be the right person to do the project, but it is. You're right. Like you can get every single one of those came out differently.
Yep, every single one.
And they were all good. That's the thing. And I think that I heard one of the famous painters. I don't remember which one it was now that I'm trying to say this, but
There's a lot.
Somebody said that everyone is born knowing how to create art, but we lose it as adults. Because we become very adult, and we're not. Things are supposed to be perfect, and if it doesn't look, if you want it to all look the same, go buy at the big box store. That's what I always tell people. And so, this artist said, that the goal in life is to keep that childlike ability to produce art and to create, and
that's so true. We do
really,
lose it.
really,
Yeah.
it is.
You get in the grind of life, and everything is structured and scheduled, and
And you go to kindergarten, and your kindergarten teacher says you have to paint the cow brown.
And stay in the line.
Cows
Yes.
aren't blue.
Yes.
Well,
Cows don't live on space.
I understand. I understand the need and the reality of that, but at the same time, that creativity then is kind of squashed out because we want people to grow up to follow the rules and stay in the lines and do all that stuff. And so, at some point, you just have to break out of that a little bit.
At the library, you get to.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I do generally mean that. You are such a good promoter though.
I want people to feel really good.
Yeah, but you do. You make people feel like they really accomplished it.
The nice thing about the library too is it doesn't cost you anything. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to make the mess at your house. Mm-hmm. You didn't have to buy all the stuff. So literally, you show up and you get to create whatever it is that makes you happy. And even if you hate it when it's done, that process of creating, the socialization that comes along with that, all of that is so important. Those social determinants of health. That's so important. And so, I want people to feel pride in what they do. And it's funny, we've had, people come in like you and say, I can't do that. I can't do that. But then, they'll come 5 or 6 times, and then all of a sudden I'm starting to hear, that project I did last month turned out pretty nice. I hung that on my wall. I'll bet I can do this one too.
Yeah.
And they just,
you're building confidence.
You build that.
It does.
Well, and the ability to just be you. Yeah. And the fan thing it's actually funny. We had a project that we had picked out, bought all the stuff for, and then we decided to try it. Thank goodness. We don't always try stuff first. This one was one that I'm glad we tried.
We were already like, it's cool, but I don't know if we could do
really
it this
want to
way.
do it. But yeah, it didn't work the way we need it to for a large group of people.
Sure.
And the fan thing came out so funny. The reason that I picked it, Lacey, we went to a conference and I was so hot. I thought I was going to die. Lacey comes over and she was like, here's my purse fan. So it's just one of those fold-out fans.
Yeah.
It saved me. And so now I'm like, every time I go somewhere where I think it's going to be hot, I want that fan in my purse.
I love it. I love that you have a purse fan. That makes me happy.
And now we're going to make them really pretty.
Yeah.
We're going to paint them. You can use watercolor or acrylics, and then it has like a little organza bag that it goes in, so you can tuck it in your purse, tuck it in your car. So when you go out to the concert at Rebecca Park, and it's 95 degrees in the shade, and you're sweating, you get out your fan.
Yep.
You fan yourself with your color
You
fan.
too can have a purse fan.
Yes.
You're at the livestock barn.
That's right.
Swatting the flies.
Nice.
Yeah.
You could still do.
It's a very useful yet fun. If you just want to hang it on the wall, you can do that too. I made a sample that has lavender flowers on it that are so simple to paint. It's kind of scary.
She says that.
Oh no.
It's
no.
I could show you.
It's
just
like literally touching the paint, touching the brush on. It's so simple. But I also did one in watercolor that I just put the watercolor on and let it flow.
Yeah.
And so it'll be a lot of fun. I'm excited about it.
Kind of looks like tie-dye almost.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Very,
so,
very
and we
cool.
do have several other programs coming up on those Thursdays. I can't remember exactly. We're re-bringing out the
clay pot
wind chimes.
Okay.
We did that, I don't know, 8 years ago?
It's been a long time. And
Wow.
mine finally got ruined in a storm last year. And so a lot of people had said mine finally broke.
That windstorm took mine out.
Yeah. And so we've decided to go ahead and pull that back out. And it's really pretty. It's just you paint the pots and we hang them from wire with beads.
Okay.
And so you can hang them in your garden. They're very pretty. So we're rolling that back out again so new people, but also people
I like
who did
that
them.
idea.
It's really, really
that.
simple and very, the tedious part is stringing the beads on, but it's really not hard to do.
No, it's not hard at all.
And you can paint them any color you want. I did mine like rainbow colors, from top to bottom.
I think I did mine ombre, so I did light blue to dark blue or vice versa.
Yeah, so you can do whatever you want with them. And some people will be so artistic, they'll leave and you'll be like, well, that looks like something I should have bought at a
we have some people that are
specialty shop.
Super crafty, and you're like, wow, I should have you teaching the class.
Even Lacey and I have those moments where we're like, we did a rope coaster project that was super fun and super cool, and my rope coasters turned out great, but my painting on the rope coasters, not so much. And I was like, this is not my project.
And I was so honest with everybody because I
me.
think I painted it 3 times before I liked what I liked.
Yeah, it just did.
I was like, I just need to get something that looks cute.
Yep.
I
So
just need it to look good.
I did 2 and said, I don't need to do anymore.
That was enough.
So,
Enough was
works for
enough.
me. That's not going to be my thing.
Oh, and I think the last one is tie-dye napkins.
Oh, yeah, we're doing
I love a
napkins.
tie-dye
We like
napkin.
things that you can take outside and put in a
Yes.
picnic
Yeah.
basket,
Yes.
or if you're going to go down to Rebecca Park and take a picnic lunch or a dinner or whatever, or you're going to go. A lot of places will let you bring a bottle of wine, so you can do different things. And so, I just like things that you can actually functionally use.
Right, yeah.
But make it fun.
Yeah, make it fun at the same time.
You cannot go wrong with tie-dye.
Everybody in the world
No.
can buy a white napkin.
Yep.
Everybody in the world can buy a decorated napkin. but not everybody in the world gets to get a white napkin and turn it into their own decorated napkin.
That's right.
In their own personal way.
No, and one of my favorite things is when people are like, I had so much fun doing that program. I went home and I made so many for all of my friends, and I kept making more. And some people enter their stuff that they made at the fair, in the 4-H fair, and I'm like, oh my gosh, I could be entering my stuff into the fair too.
Absolutely.
Right. Open class is coming. We're going to talk to them tomorrow morning.
Are you?
So,
well,
that's right.
Listen up, people. You got options,
and you can come to the library and get your ideas.
And that's right. Get your craft made.
But I do want to talk about a couple more things. We do have an adult craft night at Westport coming up.
Okay.
And that's going to be Monday, June 16th at 5:30. We do ask for registration, but we're doing a really cute wood tray, and we're going to be Mod Podging a napkin on top of it.
So fun.
I love Mod Podge.
So
fun. It's so cute. It's so fun. It's so easy. And we got the cutest napkins. I think we have a lavender theme this year.
I think we decided we liked lavender. The napkins are beautiful.
Yeah, the napkins are lavender. You painted lavender, and then we have a mirror craft coming. I don't know. I think it's July, but I painted lavender on mine, and I was like, that must be our thing.
Well, the flowers are very simple to paint.
It's very simple to paint, and it does pack a big punch.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
So we're doing that instead of, we're trying that on a Monday night because we have been doing game nights on Monday nights, but we wanted to swap it out during the summer for that.
And before you move on to the next thing, let me point out, because I just noticed in these notes that Lacey conveniently put together for us, you asked about Westport and summer reading.
Yes.
And their kickoff party, I thought they had one, but I didn't know when it was, is on Thursday, May the 29th from 4:30 to 5:30.
Okay.
And they're having ice cream and outdoor games in the pavilion.
Oh, how fun.
So they can come in, actually kick off the summer reading program so the kids can keep reading. Adults, everybody keeps reading.
Yeah.
And then, and just for people who maybe haven't been involved with the summer reading program, if you're an adult reading to a child, that counts.
Yep.
Yes.
So it's a number of
Any
minutes.
reading.
If you're listening to audiobooks, I have people who say, well, audiobooks aren't real books. Well, yes, they are.
But you're still taking it in.
Yeah, it's a different way of getting it, but it's what you need to talk. We need to talk, you and
Yeah,
I
do
about
audiobooks. I can do that.
Okay, how you do all the things you want to do and read at the same time. And so the summer reading program is for everyone, and we make it so easy to actually win prizes.
Yeah.
And the kids have their first prize is always a book. And then I don't know exactly what all the prices are over there again this year.
I don't know.
I know that there's, I think, a treasure chest, and I don't know.
There's never a bad price.
No.
There's not. Unfortunately, Lacey and I was focused on what we're doing over here in our programming, and so we have our prizes. I want to mention our prizes are
a little coloring
a little
book.
coloring book with a little. It's a purse pack of little colored pencils.
Oh, cute.
And it has a little sharpener on it too.
So when you're taking your kids out to bowl and you got to sit on the bench and, wait forever, or your grandkids or whatever, you can color because it'll be right in your bag. And then we also have...
The second level is a very colorful mesh pouch. So if you get to the second level, you could put your coloring book and your colored pencils
and
in
a
your
snack.
bag. Oh,
in your bag.
And a snack, yes.
It's a little purse pouch.
Fun.
Yeah.
And then level 3 is really pretty, like a prism sun catcher.
Nice.
So all the colors of the world will be in your home or your car or wherever.
And then level 4, maybe my favorite.
It's
I hope
my favorite.
everybody gets to level 4. The prize that you get to take home is a fun candy, right? Everybody likes it, Skittles, Lifesavers, that type of candy. But you also get to have an entry to vote. We're going to give money to 3 different nonprofit organizations. So I believe we picked Meals on Wheels, the Friends of the Greensburg Decatur County Animal Shelter, and the Kids Closet.
Very good.
Based on how many we're counting with pom-poms because of course we are glittery
yes.
poms.
Because it's colorful,
Because it's colorful. But based off of who gets the most, they get the biggest prize, and then down. I love it's
that.
a donation nonetheless. So we just thought we would throw it back out there since everybody's helped us so much. We put it back out to the community too.
I
love that.
will point out that this does not come from our regular taxpayer-funded budget.
No.
That comes from our vending machine, some of our gift money that we have, that kind of thing. And I just really, it's important for people to know that we don't take the money that is supposed to be paying for the library to do other things. And so
you've got your fun money stash.
Like everybody else, our budgets are set for certain things, and then we have discretionary money that we can use. And that's like Lacey said, the community is so good to us and supporting us and helping us to do different things. And so we like to give that back wherever we can. So and then you have one more thing.
Yeah,
real quick.
speaking of community and partners, It's a nice segue.
Yeah, good job.
Sabrina from the Purdue Extension is coming on Tuesday, June 17th at 5 p.m. She's going to do a community composting program. I don't know if you know, out at the health department, they're doing the community garden.
Yes.
And they are wanting to do, I think they're giving away composting pails. So they're going to have like a community composting thing. But they wanted people to be educated on how to compost and how to compost properly before they just give them away.
Yeah.
But this way you can learn to compost. You could do it just for yourself, or you could bring it out to the community garden. But she's going to be out here teaching us all the ins and outs of composting.
And if you don't know Sabrina out there in the world.
She is so fun.
She's so fun. And her knowledge is
She
just,
is
she was
so
on last week.
smart.
I'm like, where'd she get all that?
I don't know, how does it fit?
Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know.
And on mine, it doesn't.
It just goes right out the other ear for me.
She did a program for us at the library not too long ago, and she literally, people were asking her questions, and she was just like, pull them out. And I'm like, I don't know where you.
I would have been like, hold on, let me pull up the Google.
Let me Google.
She must have her own little cloud.
Yes.
Where she does.
Yes.
That's probably Sabrina Cloud.
That's
I like that, actually.
Yeah, I think
We'll have
she
to talk to her
does.
about that.
Okay, we will.
Right.
When we
And then
compost.
in August, we got the big
The big
guys.
guys coming.
The
Yes.
big guy.
I'm so excited for this.
Him and his scarves.
know.
I'm so excited. I just think there are so many people. I mean, do we all know it's not the real Elvis? Do we all
They
know
say
that?
he's still alive.
That's what they
I
say,
know.
and I'm going with that.
That's right.
Because I believe he has not yet left the building.
No.
And so, we're
Elvis
gonna
is
still-
coming into Decatur County.
Yeah,
we
he's
are
coming to
gonna
Decatur County.
embrace that and please, 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 please let the weather be beautiful, because
It's
we want to
going
do
to
it
be.
outside.
Yeah.
And we're going to do food and
I'll put the order
fun
into
and-
Randy Allis now.
Thank you.
Please,
Thank you.
give
I know
Randy
you just
a
had
call.
him. Yes.
Could you ask him for it not to rain the entire week of the fair?
I will ask for
I
that
mean,
as well.
seriously?
I mean, I really enjoyed the hail last fair.
Yeah,
but, you
I mean,
know, let's
come
take
on.
a break this year.
I think
just
people
once
could use a
every
break from the
blue moon.
weather.
Yes.
Lots of places these
We
days.
need some sunshine.
Yeah.
So, Elvis, what's our date for Elvis? Do we know?
August
the 16th.
16th.
Good job.
Yep, 16th.
Okay.
So-
Real live Elvis with
Yeah.
scarves.
With
scarves
scarves.
that he
Oh.
will be giving out
That's right.
to the audience.
We made
so
sure
excited.
of that, didn't we?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
we
did.
did.
We did. And again, in case you don't know, I know you know Emily, and I know you know Lacey, but the listeners might not know that is also a partnership between WTRE and the Greensburg Library.
Yeah. We're
And
pumped for
again,
this.
I know.
that's how we're going to make the world go around. We're all going to partner with our own community people and
Yep.
and do the
what
things
makes
that
it
we need to
happen.
do and
Yes.
keep people happy and
I know, and I
healthy and.
I can't say what it is yet, but I know this weekend we were working on an Elvis dessert.
Yes. I know Deanna came into the library and
Oh,
it was
I
like,
missed this.
I was told to tell you they're working on dessert. And I was like,
Okay.
ooh, because we had brainstormed just a little bit.
We
bit.
brainstormed several
Yeah.
little things. Sandy's was Love Me Tenderloins.
Oh,
she
that's
thought that
so
was a good
fun.
one. And then we were doing we thought maybe hound dog.
actually-
Hound dog, hot dogs.
Came across another local business that had some Elvis influence, and we were like, you know what? We need to just.
So is this going to be a third partnership?
I think so. Yes.
Yeah.
I know
Hey.
there's a business that does set up that I was thinking about that sets up. You might see them like by the Dollar Tree, and they set up and make delicious sandwiches.
Okay.
I thought about maybe reaching out to them. So
We'll see.
about
Yeah.
something.
We still have planning time.
There's
We're
still plenty of time.
But just
Still
know,
working
Elvis
on it.
is coming.
Elvis will be here
Yes.
with his scarves.
That's right.
And his hips.
in his hips.
A little hunka burning up.
Now, do we know if this is Elvis like 1960s Elvis or 19?
He's a little bit older.
Okay, so
You
he's
know,
in the
he's
is
the
he in
mature.
hymn? Is he in like the hymn era? I'm sure
I'm
he's
sure
gonna
he's
do the
gonna. I'm
other
sure.
things.
Well,
but-
Elvis has to get his whole catalog out there.
Absolutely,
So
absolutely. Well, I'm excited. I think it's going to be a lot of fun.
Having a
And again,
diverse Elvis.
yes, I think that's okay. That's a good thing.
We're excited for
Yeah,
this.
we are. We are.
Yes.
And we're super excited about summer reading. If you have any questions, we do have a newsletter. You can sign up for our newsletter on our website, greensburglibrary.org. Stop in the library. We'll help you out. If you need anything. I mean, the library is that place where you go if you don't know where else to go or what to do. We can help you get things that you need.
And you know,
So,
and I guess this is just from my side of the world, but if you are new to town or you don't have a lot of friends or family, go to the library.
Absolutely.
And it's just down the road from the senior center. We talked to them this morning. You can get a 2-for-1 on any given day.
And sometimes bingo day is that 2-for-1.
Yes.
They'll stop at ours and then they'll go to theirs for their afternoon one.
Yes.
Well, and we have so many moms. I love this too about like the story time hour. You know, the moms bring their kids in and then they visit with each other. And I mean, we all know when we've got young kids, you need that social support. So it's not just the people at the senior center, you know, that end of the age,
it's everybody.
Demographic. It's really everybody. There is something in the library. We got a new house, a
playhouse.
Playhouse. Was it Fisher?
In our room to bloom.
Fisher Price or Little Tykes or whatever, but like a new house for the kids to play in, and you know, just all kinds of fun new things. The outdoor patio area is going to be. We've kids coming from the preschool. They come down, they walk over, and they use our big space to do like chalk art, and we've got some things in the works. If you know, financing and grants and all these things work out, we've got some artwork out there coming that we're looking at. Cross your fingers for us. Hoping to get some money to do some activities out there that, you know, that are both educational but a lot of fun. And then I don't know if you know this or not, Emily, but we're getting our story walk.
I know, and I probably have told every person I've encountered. Mayor Marsh has talked about it several times on Thursdays. And so as I'm like talking, I'm like, listen, this is happening.
It is happening. It has been a dream. We got the kitchen. That was my first dream. And then I started dreaming about the story walk and things again. You know, sometimes you have to wait, but all the stars aligned. You know, Sally Crane unfortunately passed away, but left us a nice, sizable amount of money. So it will be the Sally Crane Story Walk, which is amazing. If you knew who she was, she was a wonderful teacher. Sean had her, loved her. We also have other donations that will probably go on that as well. But it will connect the new trail. I'm sure Mayor Marsh has talked about that, but connects the library to Rebecca Park on the new trail that they're pouring. And so, and working with the city, also able to, the guys who are laying all of the trail are also going to put our story walk posts and stuff in.
So nice.
And so, you know, it just, again, sometimes library world moves really slow, but you have to kind of wait until everything settles into place, and then it happens. And this has been a lot of people working on it, a lot of people talking about it, a lot of people thinking about it, and I think it's going to be a really nice addition. And so that story will change at least quarterly, if not more, so that, you know, there will be new stories out there. And if you don't know what a story walk is, because there may be people who don't, literally it is, if you think about going to the zoo and, you know, they have those little or you go to somewhere, like a museum or whatever, like informational sign. It will literally have the pages of the book under acrylic cover, and we are also adding a Spanish translation in to those books as well.
Nice.
So that, you know, anybody, great way to teach, you know, bilingual kind of stuff. And so you'll be able to walk and read the story. And then at the end, hopefully we'll have something that you can sign so we kind of know how many people are using it. But it's just a really good way to incorporate physical activity, reading, being outdoors, you know, all those things that we know are so important for health and well-being, all incorporated into one little spot on the walking trail.
I am so pumped for that. And they're trying to be done before the first concert in Rebecca Park.
I'm hoping.
I know they're pushing.
We need to let the rain let up.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. And I mean, the trail is looking. It's finally starting to take shape in my head. It looks like a trail. Yes. I was like, I don't really know what they're doing here. It just looks like a lot of dirt to me. So they're finally getting you know, that. So I'm really excited about that, and I think. Again, you know, if people have ideas or questions or thoughts or comments, or, you know, all they have to do is, you know, hunt us down and tell us what they think and give us ideas, and we'll do our best. I always just say, you know, just know that if you suggest something and I think it's really an amazing idea, it might take us a year or two.
It's not immediate
to get there, but, you know, because we're planning so far in advance all the time. But
I have a question. Do you have any more goals, dreams, or is this the last one?
You never stop dreaming, Lacey.
No, actually.
We've been going through her list. I'm like, let's get all of her checklists done.
Well,
let's do this.
We really need an annex now.
Well, yes, that's a big ask.
Well, it is, but you never know.
I know somebody.
When the fates, decide.
When it aligns, it will happen.
It will. So Lacey and we need more programming space desperately.
Yes.
And it would be cheaper in the long run for us to have a building already existing where we could annex out to programming or whatever.
Sure.
And I don't know how that might happen. I don't know where that might happen. But, somebody, and I don't want anybody to die. That sounds terrible. But, but somebody might leave us enough money that we could put up a bill. I don't know, a small pole barny kind of a bill. Something would be warm. And
I believe if you dream it, it will happen.
I think
and we're putting it out into the universe today.
And
That's
we're,
right.
If I don't say it out loud,
it won't happen. But
people don't know that you want that,
That's
or
right.
that it's a need, or that it's could be effective in some way. And so, I don't know what people have out there, or
what resources.
Maybe
there
somebody's
are.
thinking, I want to leave my legacy at the library, and I'm going to do that by this.
That's right.
So then my next dream is that I win the lottery before I die, so that I can be that person who leaves that
Leaves the money.
legacy.
But do you even play the lottery?
I do not.
She doesn't play the lottery.
I don't play
But it only
the lottery.
takes once.
I know,
Yes,
right?
that
You
is
never
true.
know. I get
That is
gifted
true.
lottery cards occasionally. Maybe I'll win.
It could happen.
You never know.
I say never stop dreaming because
Never.
I'm the dreamer with you, and you.
Ever.
If you do, then if you stop, it's not going to come true.
Right. Well, if you don't continually have a goal and something to look forward to, then what else is there?
That's
You're
right.
just kind of stuck at that
That's
point.
what life's about.
Yeah.
Growth.
So we're dreaming
Constant.
big, and that's why things happen.
Yes.
Because there are
right.
people who dream big, and then there are people who like to get their hands dirty and make the dream happen.
Yeah.
And those are both really important. I know I was thinking about my nails because I'm like, my hands look like
Mine's been like dirt city.
Yeah.
I've been in the flowers
gardening
and
yep,
So
doing,
much
doing
dirt.
the things.
We're getting our hands dirty.
Emily,
right.
thank you so
Thank you.
much.
Yes. We'll see
coming
you
out
next
here
month, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Summer reading kicks off next.
So summer reading kicks off next Tuesday on the 27th.
Okay.
Also the Tiny Art Show. You can start picking your things up then. And then the Westport Branch summer reading kick-off is Thursday, May 29th at 4:30. Ice cream and outdoor games. But they also will have Tiny Art Show kits for people to pick up. Don't let me forget. We have to do that because
I cannot wait for the Tiny Art Show. I cannot
Emily,
wait.
will you come?
Well, you know
will
it.
you come out and bring? Will you come do a little
my
show?
video stuff?
Your little,
Yes.
Yeah. Would
You
you
know
do that
it.
for us,
Yes.
please?
Yeah, we're gonna we'll go on site. Let's do it live.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
I would love that.
We'll get it all arranged.
We do
Really-
need to get judges too.
Yes, I really. We're looking at asking anyone who's listening, like people maybe from the Arts Council, the arts
Yeah.
teachers, that kind of thing. We're still building a little bit on that. So,
Very good.
but yeah, we would love to have you come out and do
Yes.
a little
Yeah.
special.
Can't wait.
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Perfect.
Excited
Perfect.
to see what people turn in, and it's
Oh, me
not
too.
not just for children, not just for adults. If you can hold a paintbrush,
You can do it.
you can do it.
Yep.
So, and
I
you
love
don't.
it.
It doesn't have to be. Doesn't have to be
Just a little
something to
glitter.
hang in the MoMA. It has to just be something that you create that makes you feel happy, and
That's right. Let's
go from there.
Throw a little glitter on it.
If you're
Yeah, just
Picasso,
throw a little
fine.
glitter
If
and
you're
a-
Monet,
and a
fine.
elbow
If you're-
macaroni.
And at Christmas time, I always say a bow.
yeah.
When we're like getting ready for downtown, I'm like, put a bow on it.
Put a bow.
They're like,
Oh,
do you
glitter
just
and bow, that's
they're like,
it.
you just feel like a bow.
We're always
I'm-
putting bells on.
bows fix
Yeah.
everything.
Yeah.
Bows, glitter, bells make the world go.
You're
round.
our kind of people, Emily.
Right. Thanks, guys,
Thanks.
so much.
Thank you.
It's 10:59 on Tree Country.